Hello and welcome to at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, and we're about to take what might be one of the last tours of Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zones. At the time of me filming this, I did not realise that this was due to close and buildings to be knocked down and replaced. So if you are a local and the time that this has been uploaded, if it has changed drastically, if you could let me and everybody else know in the comments below, that would be absolutely fantastic, because I'd love to know what is going to be coming as a replacement to this area. Now, there is lots and lots of different bits and pieces to see within this area, so we'll go around and have a look. We'll pick up the signposts in a minute so you can see all the bits that are still here. Now, there is a big playlist available of everything that I did on this visit and this trip from Universal and Disney. Now, these are the different bits and pieces that are available there currently, including the DreamWorks destination. You've got ET. Now, with regards to the DreamWorks, they have a much larger section over in Dubai Parks and Resorts, where they go really heavy on a full Shrek land, a Kung Fu Panda land, and a Madagascar land, and they have all different rides, meet and greets, huge amount of roller coasters, and all sorts of different theming within that. So if that is what they're thinking of doing within this section, then obviously please do let me know. That would be very, very interesting to see how different it is, because obviously with the license and things like that. But if you know, then please let me and everybody else know. But there are multiple videos available from this trip with regards to everything from Universal related and obviously from the Disney side of things as well. If you are a big Lego fan, don't worry, the Lego uploads are still happening 4 or 5 times a week at 6 o'clock in the evening UK time, whereas these are actually going up early hours of UK morning, because this is associated with a trip that I did involving Lego. So I just wanted to get as much filmed as possible, but we've now got options that if you were to plan a visit around and you wanted, say, for example, to do the Orlando park, between here and the Disney park, I do believe is where you would then find the Legoland Florida. So you could potentially do all of it at the same time, or then you've got the options of SeaWorld and everything like that. So I try and show off as much as possible when I do the main focus, which is obviously the Lego side of stuff. But you have got a lot of other content with regards to it in other countries. So again, going back to Dubai, we did the Legoland Dubai, but then we had a full look around the Motion Gate theme park, and that was absolutely amazing to have a look at. And all the zones and all the brand new roller coasters like the John Wick land that had been added in. Okay, so if you have been to this land and it has changed drastically, what are you going to miss the most? Because obviously you can see that there's some smaller sections within, so you've got the much smaller roller coasters, and it is meant for sort of the more tiny ones that you can look around. There's like a little paddling bit for the water, and there's some like little slides and things like that, obviously because we are in a kids zone, so it is one of the only places within the park where all the smaller ones can go to. But if you have been in this zone when you were much smaller and now you're much older, what are you going to miss? What used to be here before as well would be very, very interesting, because the layout of this land is absolutely massive with regards to just how wide it is. So they've got a lot of space that they can play with, because this, you actually come through with, before this we actually filmed the Simpsons area, so I did a full loop and a tour around the Simpsons area, and then I came back down. But this is what I meant about, you've got like the little water, sort of like the splash pads, and then it goes a little bit further back, and then you've just got a nice area for where the little ones can play. Now, because there's nobody here at this time, I thought I'd just have be a perfect opportunity to come into this section of the park before the small ones turn up. But because I was filming this when the children were at schools, it was absolutely perfect, and it has just gone 9 o'clock in the morning, so the park has literally just opened. I just happened to come into the gate and turn right. So that is why there's nobody here in this area just yet. But as the videos get uploaded, you will notice that there'll be more and more people appearing, because it does get much, much busier throughout the day. So if you do want to get on a lot of the bits and pieces, it is worth getting there first thing in the morning, doing what you want to do first, and then you've got the rest of the day just to sit down and relax. So we're already halfway through the video. It does look like it's a kid's paradise. You can obviously run around. You can obviously get absolutely soaked on their splash pad. It'll be very interesting to see if they keep the water aspect and they just change the fascia, or if all of that is going to be removed, because I would imagine they would apply for their permits and everything and all the other little bits and pieces that are going to happen. But I have not had time to do any research into it, and the time of me doing this voiceover, it might be a little bit far away from them actually letting everybody else know what is going to be going there. But again, if you know, I would love to know. And what I did like is, obviously you can see the little roller coaster going in the background. It had some pace to it as well, but where I've just walked through, that is like its own land within its own land. So that is where all the water is. It's all grouped in that one stage. You can see just how wide the area is. So when it is really, really busy, you've got plenty of places where you can sit down on the benches, and you just got a lot of space. So they've obviously really thought about it with regards to the amount of pushchairs and everything that be coming down here. And what I do like about this park is not only do they obviously have to have the fans and they blow the mist and everything, but you have got a lot of places to sit down, whereas some theme parks, they don't really encourage you sitting down in certain areas. They try and get you over to where the food outlets are, and then they'll put on a load of tables and chairs around that area. So again, be interesting to see how much it changes, if it's theming, if it's brand new buildings, everything like that. You guys, you let me know. It's not my massive forte with regards to all the theme parks. I just enjoy going there. Like I said, my background with regards to the whole YouTube experience is mainly through the Lego side of stuff, and this has just been filmed because it is in conjunction with a visit. But what we are about to do is we're about to take, I do believe, a left in a second and go into a massive shop where it had lots and lots of merchandise. Now, just behind you can see that there is an ET ride. Do believe that is a motion simulator ride, so I didn't particularly want to go on it because I did the Simpson one just before, and it shook my eyeballs around my head. I love all the massive roller coasters, but the motion simulators, they don't make me feel sick. It's just I don't really enjoy them too much. Love Kong, but the old school sat down sort of motion simulators where you're not really moving too much, not a massive fan on. So I did not do the ET ride, but I did go into the merchandise shop, and you can see the cool little backpacks that they've got. Now, they had these little backpacks for absolutely everything. So the Jurassic Park one, they actually had the gates that open up. Very, very busy actually within this store because they have a big photo opportunity where you can get your photo taken. So I sort of just went to different corners of the shop, just went up and down into slow pan, but you can see you've got all sorts of different ET merchandise and lots of different bits and pieces under the Universal Studios banner. You've got obviously the ET toys, you've got the ET teddies, anything and everything regarding ET will be in this bit. I think it looked really, really nice. It was a really nice colour, really nice fascia, but it was very much a case of just a quick loop and a tour, and then you have where they would be doing all of the other meet and greets and the shows and everything on that stand, and then we'll come down. We're basically almost back to the beginning of where we are, but they have good amount of sort of snacks and everything within this area. This area is not so much lost, but you could easily kind of miss it if you just wanted to walk in a straight line, because you can see that you can just walk up to the Simpsons bit. So it would be interesting how they are going to do it. I know I've said that about 40 times now, but it does sort of interest me. And I do believe we got the SpongeBob SquarePants store, so we're about to have a look in that. So I know some of you might be a fan of this as well. They have a huge amount of merchandise within here. I can't imagine them getting rid of this just because of how much stock they still had in this store. It would surprise me if this suddenly got rethemed something completely different, and then they had to put these into their other main Universal store. It just seems that it was far too well stocked for it to be closing down so much. But at the same time, they did have a few of those signs up saying that it was priced to go. So maybe it might be a case of this is actually going. Because I wasn't too sure looking at that if that was just the theming within regards to the shop and they're just telling people that it was at a good price, or now watching this back might be because they are actually trying to get rid of the price because there were bits and pieces on a sale. But if you've been in there, let me know. I want to know everything. Again, lots of toys, lots of teddies, lots of t-shirts, all really nice, bright, vibrant colours. So there's lots to see and lots to do, and that was a cool little thing. You could go in there and you can see that lady that went in there ended up going to take a selfie. You've got toilet if you want a selfie in a toilet, and it just says out to lunch, customer service. So there we go. There's a lot to see and a lot to soak in. But guys, that is it. We're basically starting to run out of time, so I am done. But if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. This was just a really short, sweet tour of this land, which now might no longer exist. But hopefully if it's brought back memories for you all, then obviously that's always a good thing. But guys, that is it. I am done. So as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da.